How would you like to increase your average sales price, get 2 commissions out of 1 deal, and it cost you absolutely nothing? Would that be cool or what? From a listing agent standpoint. Chris Stafford here, 30 plus year listing agent, still selling in the trenches in San Francisco, so I know what works and what doesn't. Also the founder of the Listing Collective, and I'm coaching some of the top listing agents in the country right now and absolutely loving it. But I've got a deal for you. Where have you heard that before? The bottom line is this. I've got a way that you can actually increase your average sales price, absolutely get 2 deals out of 1 transaction, and if it's free and it doesn't cost you any cash, to make this thing happen. Would you be interested in this marketing strategy? Well, most of you are going to say, hell yes. And it's all about working with property developers. All right, I'm going to give you a really great way to stand out with property developers. So if you really want to know how to do that, wait till the end of this video, okay? But here's the deal. When you're working with property developers, you've established relationships with them. And most property developers, they need properties to develop. So you can be their bird dog, where you're actually out in the community. You can identify land, you can identify rundown houses, you can identify situations and properties that they can fix up and flip. I mean, that is really the best of all worlds, because number one, when you have an arrangement with a property developer, like I have many arrangements with property developers in San Francisco, and if I find them a property, then I represent them on the buy side, and frequently I'm finding properties that aren't currently on the market. And so more often than not, I'm double ending that buy side, okay? Then the developer absolutely then fixes the property up, and then with the understanding in advance that you're gonna be the listing agent of the new renovated property. I mean, how cool is that? I just recently, well, actually it was about a year ago, where I did a deal where I found a single family house that was in the upper market neighborhood of San Francisco. Oh my God, it was just a total teardown. The house was probably 50 years old, hoarders stuff up to the ceiling. It was just an absolute nightmare. But I drove by the property, and this is what you got to do. I drove by the property, and it turns out the father and the mother had passed away, and the son was in the garage going through all this junk. And side note, I asked him, I says, why don't we just get a hauler to haul this stuff out? The mother and father were basically hiding stock certificates and cash and coins in all these newspapers up to the ceiling. Crazy, crazy story. Took him 6 months to clean out the house. But anyways, the house was a total teardown, and I sold it to my developer for $1 million. I represented both sides, the buyer and the seller, because it wasn't on the market. He was thinking about whether he should sell it or not. So I double-ended the buy side and got that commission. And then the developer basically ripped the house down and built a brand new house that cost $7 million. And I got the listing. So how cool was that? So I literally sort of got 3 commissions on that deal because I represented both sides on the buy side. But this is how you can do it. You know, you're selling one property, or you're buying one property and you're selling another property, and it works like magic. So what do you need to do? What you need to do is you need to go out, put out feelers, talk to professionals, talk to attorneys, investment advisors, talk to your sales manager. Identify those developers that are out there in your community that really are looking to flip properties, that are looking to build new properties on raw land, you name it. And then you're going to introduce yourself to them, and you're going to cozy up to them and say, hey, listen, I have a deal for you. And you're going to say, I want to be your bird dog. I want to help you find properties to renovate. If I do identify a property, I want to represent you on the buy side, and I want to represent you on the sell side. It's easy as pie. Most property developers are going to say, okay, that sounds like a great deal, because they need agents on both sides. And the bottom line is, even if they're working with other real estate agents, if you bring the property to them in advance, you can say, I want to be your agent in this particular deal. They're going to always say yes. I've never had a property developer tell me no. So this is your homework. Go out and identify property developers in your marketplace. Find out who they are, as many people, as many developers as you can possibly find. Introduce yourself, and then send them a package that's going to really show that you're the professional that they need. And what is in that package? As I mentioned earlier in the video, it's my statement of qualifications. So my statement of qualifications is something that's like a exaggerated, glorified business card that has your resume, how you market properties, testimonials, people they can call. And it's something that really, as opposed to just a business card, it shows that you're a professional, it shows that you know what you're doing. And so if you want a copy of my statement of qualifications, hit me up at the link down below where it says statement of qualifications, and I'll send it to you for free. You can use my statement of qualifications, plagiarize it. It's an amazing property development tool that you can use to show property developers that you are the person, the go-to person to help property developers make a ton of money. So hit that link down below so you can get my statement of qualifications. But bottom line is, go out there, identify property developers, take them out to coffee, take them out to lunch, whatever you have to do, and tell them that you want to be their bird dog. You want to find properties for them so that you can represent them on the buy side, and then you want to have an agreement with them that you're going to represent them on the sell side as well. Every property developer is going to talk to you. Every property developer is going to say yes to that. I don't know why they would. But if you do find a property developer that doesn't want to play ball with you, find another one. But most of them are going to do it. It's a great way to, as you can see in my previous example, increase your average sales price, number one, and not cost any money to get the listing, and double in the first deal. At a minimum, do the buy side and do the sell side, so you're getting double the commission for the same transaction. And what's not to like about that? So go out there, find those property developers. Let me know in the comments down below how you're working with property developers, if you're doing anything differently. I'd love to know. Otherwise, hit the link down below. Let's talk about in more detail how we can implement this system into your business and how we can 2, 5, or 10x your listing business today.